Good day, everybody. My name is RagingRaptor, and I welcome you to my first impression of the Manticore tank. And well, today I just want to have a look at the Manticore. First of all, what you need to get it, what is special about it, then what my first impression is, and then we are going to have a look at a game where I showed that the tank's gun is actually not just a mock-up. Anyway, the first thing you probably need to know about this tank, and I sadly can't really show it anymore, is that this tank needs 200, I can't show it anymore sadly. This tank needs 254,000 experience to be gained. I mean, quickly, I already prepared this in just such cases. And there we go. This is the picture which actually didn't want it to show. So the wrong pictures. There we go. It's a picture which you can see. You need 225,050 experience to get the Manticore from the G-Zor. Please keep in mind, however, that the G-Zor you also need to get the radio, which costs 9,000 experience, and it's only for the British light tanks. Then another important thing is the G-Zor only has 2 crew members, where your commander has the function of the radio operator and the gunner, and where your driver has the function of a driver and a reloader. Not reloader, yeah. So you need to have a pretty darn stacked crew to actually make this tank work. And the most important thing is that you have all the few range skills. And you can see it gets expensive very, very quickly for our commander, because in theory, you need 5 skills to just make this tank work. And you don't have luxury skills like Snapshot, which could help this tank a lot. No repairs, no firefighting, nothing. You only have the bare minimum to get everything out of this tank. So that's a pretty big bummer. And it also means that if you get hit by somebody, or the artillery, because they're blinding your bush, well, you might get fucked up. You might get screwed over. You might even die. And that is no bueno. That is no fun. So I personally was streaming some games. In total, I played with this tank 8 games, and I think I already have a pretty decent understanding of this tank. First of all, in its current state, in the common test server iteration 1 state, I have no fun in playing this tank whatsoever. Is it an Tier 10 ELC EVEN 90, or is it an ELC AMX Bis on Tier 10? Neither of those answers are correct, because it's nothing of those. It's fucking trash. That's the problem. Because you might think, oh, it has the best camouflage. I'm sorry there, you are not correct, because we now have the EBR, which has still 2% more camouflage. That is not good. That is sad. Then you might say yourself, well, maybe it has the best gun out there. Again, no, it has the worst DPM of every Tier 10 light tank in the game. 2100 compared to the 2400 of the EBR, but we have to say I'm using innovative loading system, which gives an additional 2.5%. You can also see that I'm using venting systems with bonds just purely to see how much down I can push the camouflage, because obviously the camouflage is also being helped by the venting system. And I wanted to compare it to the EBR 105, because you can see I like the EBR 105, and I played a lot currently in Clan Wars. The Manticore doesn't have the best gun either. Does it have great HE because it's British? You bet. Nope, it's wrong. It has actually one of the worst HEs in the game. It only has 7mm more than your usual 390 Alpha gun, but 480 Alpha is still not much. It's average at best. When the EBR with the same caliber has 500 HE damage, you know? Then, gun stabilization, non-existing. Aim time, very, very long compared to something like an EBR or a T100 LT. DPM we already talked about. Atrocious gun elevation. The only thing which is more or less going for this tank is its decent acceleration and decent backward speed of 25 kph. But it tops out at 68 kilometers per hour, which is, well, standard for most tier 10 media lights. Nope, it's actually not. You're probably one of the worst. The only thing you can say is outstanding in quotation marks is that it has 400 meters of view range, because this is what sets it apart from the T100 light tank and the EBR 105. But guys, I see that Wargaming wants this to be a tier 10 ELC EVEN 90, but then why doesn't it have the best camouflage on tier 10? Yes, in contrast to the Panhard EBR, you can mount camo net and you can mount binos, which can boost your view range from 513, which I have right now, to 582, which is a lot. I wrote it down right here, and you can see right now we are, for example, spotting a T100 light tank on the open field at 318 meters. With the binos, it's 358 meters. But again, with the binos, you have to stay still. When you use camouflage or a camo net on this tank, you get 55% camo, which is an improvement over things you have. And in total, I looked up against EBR and against T100 light tank, you are able to outspot them on 30 meters. But 30 meters is not that much again, so it doesn't feel correct. So now we just have a passive scout, which has probably one of the worst, it has not the best camouflage value. It has a decent view range, however. The problem is, I looked during my playtesting, during the stream, I looked through maps you could in theory use this tank on Clan Wars. And I want to point out that I'm pretty sure that many of you guys don't want to play Clan Wars only with this tank. They want to have fun, right? It's a fun game. But you can't use it on Abbey, Airfield, nope, 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 no, excuse me. Karelia, yes, this can work because there is a lot of passive scouting and there are a lot of bushes. But then we go further, nope, nope, nobody, nope, 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 maybe. Yes, can work, but you have to not stay in the obvious bushes, and an EBR can do your job better because it's quicker at the position. Most of the time, the camo breaking you're getting from the additional free range is not even that meaningful. Again, right now this is my EBR free range, 460 meters. And we spot, for example, a Batchatillon on 311 meters. That is great, right? Well, our Manticore spots it on 340 meters. So, is it really worth it to spot them 30 meters earlier to basically lose any, well, on the open field obviously and with no binos, to lose any fighting capability? Because when we are playing Clan Wars, I hear a lot of the time, EBRs, go, 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 get the enemy artillery, which we can do because our HE has 500 alpha. We can, 50% of the time, a little bit less than 50% of the time, we can one-shot the enemy gun carrier, for example. This one can't. It has 480 alpha and has 60 millimeters of penetration. So you are paying a lot for having 30 meters more camo breaking and equal camouflage to a tier 10 EBR. And most other maps you will not use it anyway. Maybe on this one, but then again, you need the speed of an EBR. So, let's see what we can do in a game with this tank. So, we are now on the map Studzianki, and well, you can obviously see it's a tier 10 only game, and I have a lot of experience on this map in my EBR, and I'm trying to play this tank the same way as I do in my EBR. Because, well, I usually don't like to go to the middle because it's just way too open and you have no real way to get away. So I usually opt out to go for this hill over there. And you can see we easily spotted the leopard one, so that's great. On open field, it's great to outspot enemy people. But other than that, yeah, that's about it. We are now getting into position to maybe spot some people. We spotted a Krankenwagen, and there's a 430U, which it looks like spotted us. So rest in pieces us. Please keep in mind, or just keep notice on how long we have to aim in, how long our reload time is, and just in general, how meh the gun's accuracy is on the move. So now we are trying to proxy spot the Leopard 1. We spot him, I did a shot on the move, and you can see how big it starts to go. There you can see it's just so big, and it feels so bad. Like, really, guys. It just doesn't feel that well. Even right now, the aim circle is still rather big, and it just feels super meh, to be honest. And we have around 10.5 seconds reload time. Again, we are not using improved reload mechanism. And I don't even mind this long reload time, to be honest. I'm fine with that. Then I could say this is a tier 10 AMX ELC. But the problem, however, is that the gun is not punchy enough for that. And another thing you might notice is we have 16 shells. I already run out of ammo in one game, and I couldn't kill the enemy which YOLO'd me, which I totally wanted to do. You can see I'm trying to play a little bit more aggressive, maybe spot something, but it doesn't really work out that well. And now I'm seeing, hey, the EBR is YOLOing him, the AMX 13105 is also going to YOLO, let's just YOLO that Leopard 1, and boom, we hit a shot on the move, which is very, very lucky. So happy with that, and now we are running away again because the Jackpan 700 is looking at us, maybe even hitting us. The good thing is the tank is very, very small and very, very nimble, and it still has 1400 hit points, so it means you can survive a little bit more than an EBR 105. My cough is back again because I have to talk a lot lately. We are driving up into the position, into the bush, and now we are aiming and aiming and aiming to hit the enemy object 261 and actually do some damage, which is cool, And we're already down to 2 AP shells, and I had 6 in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. No, 8, right. This is something which is very, very cool about this tank. It has 248 millimeters of standard pen, but that's basically the only thing. I couldn't do this shot with the EBR. 100% I can't do it with standard ammunition on the EBR. I have to shoot heat. With this tank, it's not a big deal. I can still penetrate its side perfectly fine. That is great. That is cool. That is an awesome feature. But again, we pay way too much for this feature. Now we are down to our APCR rounds. We're aiming. We actually did a nice little hit on the enemy Manticore, and we even detrack him. So now we are already to 2.3k. Holy shit, RagingRaptor is showing that this tank is overpowered and can be used, right? Again, it was one of my luckier games when it comes to doing damage. But now I'm just going to quickly, quickly stop this replay. First of all, to do a nice little screenshot right there. But second, please look at how big the aim circle is when we are driving. It's huge. It feels like a T49, yeah. I saw somebody writing T49 intensifies. You can see it's tremendously big. Like, you are not able to hit anything. And another thing with 2 crew members, if RT hits you properly, they both die. As soon as you get hit in the turret, they both maybe die. And now we are aiming and aiming and aiming, and we actually hit. That's cool. But we are spamming now APCRs because we ran out of normal APs. Yeah, I already had some trouble sometimes with the EBR with low ammunition count, but this tank is on the next level, like, seriously. Last shot done for the game, and, well, we did 3.1k damage, which is absolutely amazing if you think about it. For this little tank which has such atrocious gun stats, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty darn cool. So what does this game gave us? It was a victory, obviously. We got the Confederate medal and we did 3.1k damage. The AMX 13105 did more, and he got also 3 kills, which is cool for him, but we did second most damage. 11 shots, 8 hits and 8 penetrations, and we sniped 2k damage, which is actually pretty abnormal if you ask me. But, and now comes the big but. I said in the beginning it could be an ELC EVEN 90 and it could be an ELC AMX Bis, and it's neither of those at the moment. If it wants to be an ELC EVEN 90, I'd suggest this tank to be having better camouflage. Just give it better camouflage so it really flourishes in this game mode. I still don't think that a lot of people will play this tank because, and that's the issue, why should you play this tank? It's not fun to be useless on 90% of the maps in a random game and having a gun which doesn't really help you. So my second suggestion for this tank would be to maybe think about making this tank into a tier 10 AMX Bis. Bump up the gun damage to 420, give it a snappier gun, like a better aim time. It doesn't have to be accurate on the move. I don't care about this. But maybe give it a tiny touch better aim time and make it as accurate as the EBR. And bam, give it hash. This is the national trait, guys. This is the national trait of the British people. Give it hash. And then keep the reload as is, keep everything as is, and you have a unique tier 10 light tank, which has a punchy gun, which is stealthy. It is what it is. It's a Manticore. It sweeps around. It's surrounding. And as at the least you expect it, bam, it stings you. This would be cool gameplay, and I would love to see this. But in its current state, I'm obviously going to grind this tank, but it probably would just be an AFK bot in Clan Wars. You just put it in a bush and forget about it and hope it spots things. Genuinely, at the moment, I really dislike how this tank feels. So please, Wargaming, do some stuff on it. And again, I can work around those 16 shots, but that everything else is just lackluster doesn't really make this tank fun to play. I'd love to see this tank as a tier 10 ELC AMX. That would be awesome. Like, it would need a lot of skill, and you could do stuff like a good player. You can do so much stuff, and it would be so fun to learn more things again and be this sneaky little warrior, basically. But yeah, that is my first impression of the Manticore and my feedback to it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Manticore, and thank you so much for your attention. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, let me know with a dislike, and feel free to comment me some feedback. And lastly, if you're new to my channel, I'm very, very happy if you consider a subscription or subscribe. Every little one counts, it's awesome, and it makes my day better every single time. Good day, have a great day, cheers guys.